Hello everyone, this is Mrs. Johnson, your online instructor for HIMT 1360. This is an introductory video to your course, and it's very important that you watch this video in its entirety because we will be covering important material related to assignments and homework that is important for your success in this class. Now the first thing I want to emphasize is the material that you'll need to participate in this course. The course requires not only an online or a hard copy of a textbook, but also an access code for MindTap. You cannot participate in this class without the MindTap access code. MindTap is needed for your coursework and other things that we'll cover in just a little bit. I first want to start out with what this class is about. This course goes into great detail about diseases, their effects on the body system, and the medications taken for those diseases. It also goes into detail about pharmaceuticals and drug classifications, contraindications, adverse reactions, routes of administration, and just the overall way that drugs may affect each of the body systems. Hopefully you'll find all this interesting because in your future job as a HIM professional, you'll be analyzing patient records and seeing a lot of this information. So I want to start off with showing you how to navigate in Blackboard for this class and where everything is located. So over to your left-hand side is the main menu. This is where we are at now, the Start Here tab. This is where you found this video. In this area you can view a calendar with the due dates, a lessons tab, which we'll cover shortly, a discussion board where you can discuss course-related material with your classmates if you'd like. Make sure you keep in mind that if you post anything in that area that not only I can view those things, but also all of your classmates can see anything that you post there as well. If you need to discuss anything privately, just make sure that you email or call me. My Grades is where you can access your grades for this course. Tutor.com 24/7 is information on tutoring and connecting with a tutor online. So we'll go over that a little more in detail on our syllabus. Galileo is a virtual library where you can access academic resources if necessary. Information about this is also on the syllabus. We'll go over that shortly. So the first thing you see after the video is the course introduction, which is some basic instructions for getting started in this class. Then we're going to go down to the lockdown browser and webcam. This is what we use for our unit and our final exams, our unit exams and our final exams. This area has information on downloading the browser and rules related to the lockdown browser. Just want to remember that when you're testing, you're not allowed any kind of electronic devices, and this includes cell phones, tablets, or other computer-related devices. And you're not you're not allowed any kind of textbooks or notes for your exams. You must use your computer webcam to scan around your area, including directly in front of you, before you start your test. You must also maintain eye contact with the screen and not looking down to the side of the screen or around the room. And these exams are not open book exams. Respondus does red flag any unusual activity for instructors to review. You remember, we can see and hear everything that's going on. So any academic dishonesty is red flagged by Respondus and can lead to unpleasant consequences. So I just encourage you as a college student not to go down that route. The next thing we want to take a look at is our confirmed course enrollment. This needs to be done within 5 days of the beginning of the term so that you don't get dropped from the course. And all you have to do is just click on it and just hit your begin button and answer this question. I want to be enrolled in the course. I plan to complete this course and I take academic and financial responsibility, and just agree to it, that you're going to be in this course. It's all there is to it. Let me go back. All right, the next thing we're going to look at is the staff contacts. This just has information on contacting me, the assistant dean, the dean, or online services, which is a technical support for issues with Blackboard. And you can contact any of those folks if you're having any kind of issues with Blackboard. Get out of that. Our course communications, it's important to check your course mail frequently. You know, the best thing to do is put your email on your phone so that you can see the mail coming in for me and other instructors also. But go through the course mail in this area and don't email me directly through Wiregrass email. Go through this way. And the reason why I say that is because it's easier to identify what class you're in and what material you may be referencing when you're emailing me. Because I have numerous classes going on, so trying to pinpoint what class you're in is just a pain sometimes. So if you need to speak to me in person, you want to email or call me first before making a trip to Wiregrass, because I may be in class or away from my office. It'll keep you from waiting around or having to come back. My work schedule is Monday through Thursday, and I do check my email frequently. Friday through Sunday, if you have issues, please email me immediately so that I have a record of dates and times of the issues. You know, I may or may not email you back. I may not address them until Monday. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't, depending on the issue. The work ethics and rubric, we'll open that up. So you can just read over that, how you get graded. The work ethics trait document has 10 areas of traits and performance standards that Wiregrass has put together that employees look for in an employee. They're looking at attendance, productivity, teamwork, character, leadership, organization. Communication is a big one these days. You have to know how to communicate with people and not, you know, be critical or defensive. You have to have respect, self-esteem, and the most important, dress professionally with good personal hygiene. So Wiregrass has put together a work ethics grading system that somewhat mimics a performance evaluation in a workplace. And these are very important, especially if you have a future employer that wants a transcript of your college records for verification purposes, because you'll have a letter grade and also a work ethics grade that'll be on your permanent record. The course syllabus, we'll open that up. The thing here is that you want to print out your syllabus and also your schedule to consistently refer to during the semester. The first thing you see on your syllabus is contact information, and that's another reason why that you would want to print this out, because if something happens that to your computer or this way you have my contact information, and this way you can get a hold of me a little bit easier. Again, here's my contact information, and if you can't get a hold of me, you can contact the program coordinator, Ms. Davis, which is also the assistant dean. And if you need to contact the dean, Dean Green, this is her information in this area. Again, make sure that you make an appointment because sometimes we're not in our office, or we might be in class or might be out of the building. Course information and requirements. Notice the last date to withdraw is on 10/23/24 to get a W grade. So if you withdraw after that date, you'll automatically receive an F. So if you want more information on that W grade, read over the drop withdrawal policy. The textbook you'll need for this class is Pathopharmacology. If you buy a new textbook, it automatically comes with MindTap. If you purchased a used book, the access code for a used book is more than likely for the MindTap has already been used. At that point, you'll need to contact the vendor, which is Cengage, and purchase a MindTap separately. Course requirements. The course requirements give information regarding the supported browser, which we prefer Chrome over Internet Explorer. It just works better. In this section, it has information on accessing Blackboard, and again, contact information regarding online services if you have issues with Blackboard. You will, of course, need a webcam with a speaker and a microphone. Also, headphones are recommended. Now, if you're having any issues with Blackboard or technical issues, make sure to contact me along with online services. And this is another reason you may want to print out your syllabus just for the contact information, especially if you're having computer issues and if you cannot get to your contacts on the computer. The syllabus gives you instructions on what to do and who to contact. It just gives you another option, a printed version, paper version to have backup for. Okay, on down to course description and competencies is information on the content that we'll be covering in this class. The grading and evaluation. This table represents the homework assignments, projects, exams, final exam, and the grading percentages that all add up to 100%. So when you submit your homework or test, sometimes Blackboard gives out a grade, or it might mark a answer wrong that may be right. So I just want to assure you that I check every answer that Blackboard is flagged for incorrect. Now, I don't start any kind of grading for a module until after the due date has passed for that particular module. I grade a module, grade one module at a time, and when I'm complete with that, when I'm completed grading for that particular module, I'll email you and let you know that you can view your grade in the grade book. So, two areas that I want to emphasize on the syllabus, these highlighted areas, is that assignments must be submitted by the due date. No late work is accepted. Any appeals for acceptance of late work or makeup exams must be sent to the instructor in writing, which is me. This appeal must be received within 3 days of the due date. And appeals should only be filed in cases of extreme circumstance. Documentation must be submitted to support the circumstance. Examples of extreme circumstances include hospitalization or death in the immediate family. And there's another one that I want to look over while we're looking over the highlighted areas down in the online part. For you to be successful in this course, active attendance and participation is necessary. Makeup tests and makeup work will only be given to students who have absences pre-approved by the instructor or who have true emergencies. So make sure that you contact me if you're going to be out for any kind of time period. Students taking online courses are required to have reliable off-campus computer and internet access. Now, if something happens, and things do happen, where you don't have internet access, we do have computers here at the library at Wiregrass. Let's go back up. Again, no late work will be accepted. You'll receive a 0 if not turned in by the due date. If something does happen and you contact me with excused absence, you'll have the option of making up one chapter test at the end of the semester. You want to try not to miss more than one test. Missing assignments and exams can definitely be detrimental to your grade, so try not to miss any if you can. So this area talks about grade appeals and the course of action. Wait a minute. Hold on just a second. So this area is about Respondus Monitor, again, which we've already went over. And then our grading scale is here because we give out letter grades with a work ethics grade from 0 to 3, and it gives information on incomplete grades that you can go over. This area, our college attendance procedure, this area talks about communication between the student and the instructor if absenteeism is going to occur. If you're going to be out for any time period, it's your responsibility to contact me. Down in the course attendance and makeup policy, you can review the attendance policy. It reiterates to log in to each course within the first 5 days of class, or you'll be dropped from the class. Also, it talks about attendance, what you can do in an emergency. If you've never taken any online classes at Wiregrass, make sure to complete the Blackboard orientation to be prepared not only for this classes, but all of your other classes as well. Let's see. All right, your drop withdrawal procedure. If you confirm course enrollment, this means that you are enrolled and you plan on taking the class. Once you confirm, I cannot drop you from the class. I do not have that authority. So make sure to check your handbook or visit Wiregrass website on the withdrawal procedures. And your code of conduct, under this section, it covers some information on classroom conduct. And just remember, anytime that you're using those Respondus browsers, those webcams, this is considered classroom conduct. You're on camera, and I can see and hear everything. So using a cell phone or other electronic device is prohibited during testing, and this is considered classroom time. So no cell phones, no electronic devices, and no textbooks or notes. Your work ethics grading, again, it's a 0 to 3 will be issued along with your letter grade at the end of the semester, is placed on your permanent record. And I showed you earlier where the work ethics rubric is used for grading is located. It's under the Start Here section. Academic honesty, policy on cheating, plagiarism, and other dishonest bad behavior. I just encourage you not to go down that road. You don't want to share information regarding testing or homework, and this work is to be done individually. Your library support. This area covers information on our library services. We do have a library on campus with computers for students to use. We have librarians that can assist you with research material if needed. And again, we have the Galileo virtual library for students to use. Tutoring support. I showed you where online tutoring services are, where you can just click on it, information, but we also have in-person tutoring at numerous campuses where you can schedule an appointment to see a tutor. All of these services are free to students. Classroom accommodations. This area has information on services to students with documented learning disabilities. Any classroom or online accommodation needs to go through one of these folks, and they will send me the information on that, which is confidential. Graduation warranty, you can take a look at that. If you need more information, contact the Academic Affairs Office. Procedure or policy changes, and this goes for schedule changes also. You'll get a notification through your email in Blackboard. And if this is something regarding this course, I'll send you an email and post it as an announcement. If it changes a syllabus or a schedule, I'll send you a new syllabus or a schedule. Make sure to check Blackboard regularly to get any notifications from me. Your grade appeal and grievances. Any complaints about grades or grievances should first be discussed with me, your instructor. You can also fill out a written appeal and send it to me within 10 business days of the grade being posted or a grievance. Further information is in this section and links to the forms needed for a written appeal. Student evaluations of the courses. At the end of the semester, you'll receive a link where you can evaluate the course and myself. Please fill these out. They're important for the success of the program. And these evaluations are anonymous, and I can only see the overall statistical part of the answer. Statement of equality opportunity, and this is the last thing on the syllabus, and you can read that over. If you have any issues or problems in this area, you can contact the folks listed here. And of course you can read over the syllabus in detail. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. Okay, so we're finished with the syllabus. And next we're going to go to the schedule. Okay, so this is where you can locate information on what assignments and tests and the dates they are due. I strongly suggest you print this out along with your syllabus to keep up with the due dates and the times of your assignments. You can check them off as you do them. I mean, it's a very useful tool just to check them off as you do them and to make sure that you have them done by your due dates on the calendar. So in this course, we have 8 units. They're divided up by units. And a majority of them, except for Unit 8, has 2 chapters or modules, they call them, in each unit, for the exception of Unit 8, which only has 1 chapter. And then we also have 1 final exam at the end. Now, if something happens and you do have to have a makeup exam, then this is the date that we'll have our makeup exams, and I'll send out an email with more information on that closer to the end of the semester. And then also I have some semester holidays and breaks and important dates here for you if you need that on your schedule. All of your assignments and exams are in order of the due dates. And they need to be completed and submitted by 11:59 of the due date, which is on the right side of this area. Now the exams open and close on certain days. They're not open the whole time period. Okay, so this one's going to be open. Everything in this area is going to be open until Tuesday, August the 27th. And at August 27 at 11:59, you will not be able to get in to complete any of this work, any of the exam, the review assignments that are required. You should be able to access everything from Unit 2 at that point on. Actually, Unit 2 will be open. They're open approximately 2 to 3 weeks before this unit is due, or before your unit is due. So you have approximately 2 to 3 weeks per unit for completion. So just be mindful of that as you're going through these units. So something really important here too is that if you notice, these are not in order. Like we start out with Module 1, Module 2, Module 3, Module 4, and then we get to Module 5, and then it jumps to Module 9. All right, so keep that in mind that once you hit Unit 3, that these modules are not in order, so you're going to be reading them a little bit out of order and doing assignments a little bit out of order per this schedule. Now, and another thing, in MindTap, these items that are listed as review assignments on your schedule are listed as exams in MindTap. So they're not really exams. These are just your review assignments, and you have multiple attempts to get these assignments correct before you can submit them. So there's really no excuse for you not to have 100 on every single one of these assignments. And we'll go over that in just a couple of minutes. Make sure that you pay attention, because all of these items that are in bold are required, and this is what you're going to be graded on. All of this is nothing more than just study tools, because the exams are pretty intense. And so it's really, really important that you go through and you study this material. All right, so we're finished with the schedule. Down at the bottom is ask a question. And again, I don't monitor this stuff daily, so everyone will be able to view it that's in your course, in your class, and also I will be able to view it also. So again, if you need to reach out to me and ask me a question, then just the best thing to do is just email me or call me. Excuse me. Okay, so now we're going to go into your lessons. Moving on to that. All right, so when you first get your textbook and you get your MindTap access code, you're going to have to set up your MindTap account. In order to do this, and actually you can, and even before you get your textbook and your MindTap account, you can go in and set up a MindTap account. In order to do this, you can click on MindTap and set it up in this area. For me, I can just go in and hit it, but in this area, it will give you some information about setting up your MindTap course. I don't have access to that part, but you will when you go in and click on this. And that's the only time that you'll use this particular link, is when you set up your MindTap account. All right, and you can do that before you get your textbook or your MindTap account access code. You can do that. You can set up that MindTap account, because it'll give you the option of going in and setting up a temporary MindTap account, and where you can use it temporarily, but I'm telling you, it's only temporary, and it'll shut off. It'll shut off within 30 days, probably less than that. So be mindful of that. All right, so we're going to start off with Unit 1 and take a look around in there. Also, if you have any issues setting up that MindTap account, make sure that you reach out to me. You'll definitely need that MindTap for participation in this class. So again, in this course, you have, I want to go back to the actual lessons tab. So again, you have eight units and a final exam. All right, and when you get to that point, I'll go over more information with you about your final exam. Unit 1. All right, the first thing you're going to see when you open it up is you're going to see an assignment sheet. So I'm not going to open it up, because you have a breakdown of grading, goals, objectives, and a list of assignments and exams for that particular module. And the next thing you're going to see is the PowerPoint lecture. I highly suggest that you watch these PowerPoint lectures. They give you and take notes, because it gives you a lot of information of what's going to be on your exams. All right, and then you see 2 module folders for module 1, which is chapter 1. All right, and I'm going to open that up. All right, and inside the module folders, the first folder you see is the same reading that's in your text. So if you set up your MindTap account and you don't have your text, you can actually go read the material in this area. So next is the PowerPoint presentation, which is an overview of the module, which has very limited information. I wouldn't use this as a study guide unless you want to print it out and take notes as you review the videos. You know, it's just a presentation of, it's just a PowerPoint presentation. I wouldn't use this specifically as a study guide, in other words. It has very, very little information in it. All right, let me get back. All right, and then you also have some videos in the area that you can watch, some more videos. You have flashcards that you can use. Those are a great learning tool. I always love flashcards. Your knowledge checks, which is a learning tool where you can check over your information. You can, it's just a great learning tool with terms within the modules and understanding the reading material. And so after going through all these items, you should be ready to tackle this review assignment. And we're going to open that up and I'm going to show you a little bit about it. All right, so notice how it says final exam is ready. This is not your final exam, okay? Now you have 2 things. You have a save button and you have a submit button, all right? You can go through and check my work, all right? If it's wrong, clear it out until you get it right, and then submit it, or you can save it and come back to it, all right? So if you're going to, and submitting is for a grade, so don't submit it unless you're ready to submit. So there's no reason at all that you shouldn't get 100 on these, okay? No reason at all. Okay, let me get back to this. All right, so that is all of that area. Oh, let's go to this. Lessons. Hold on just a second. All right, so when you finish all of that and you do module 1 and then you do module 2, same exact way, same exact thing, all right, you should be ready to take your exam. So this exam will be open on August the 23rd at 6 a.m. and it'll stay open, I believe, until the 25th is what our schedule said, I believe, until the 25th until 11:59. So is when it's due. The homework and the exams are due at that particular date. So make sure that you have everything due done for grading at that time. So I think that's all that I have for you today. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me, and have a great day.